Shalom. I want to start off by giving all praises to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushai, Bahasham, Rakal Kadash, giving double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, peace and blessings to the brothers pushing the truth and sincerity, and abide Babul. Alright, today was the brother Napash Kadash from the GMS Cleveland camp. Alright, but today I'm coming with this, basically, this video on faith. All right, because we all know faith is a gift. You can't really. That's not something you can learn. It's a gift from the Lord. You can't learn faith. You could grow in it, but you can't learn it. All right, and without faith, you can't do nothing in this world because it's all up to the Lord. Without faith, you can't do nothing for real. You know, you gotta have faith in the Lord. You know, because all things be of His will. All right, but I'm gonna just start it off with this. This a story of Daniel and the lion's den. I'm gonna use this story for an example, and I'm gonna back it up with verses. But I'm gonna hop right into it. It's a bear with me for a second. Basically, I'm gonna start right here. This is Daniel chapter 6, verse 17, and a stone. Matter of fact, I'm gonna start right here. This is Daniel chapter 6, verse 16. Then the king commanded, and they brought Daniel and cast him into the den of lions. Now the king spake and said unto Daniel, Thy God whom thou servest, continually he will deliver thee. All right, and basically what's going on in this story is Daniel was like a real trusted person of the king, King Darius of the Persian, the Median Persian Empire. All right, and people was plotting against Daniel. They had they had the king of Persia basically make a decree of you're not able to serve your gods right now for 30 days or something like that. It was something that you weren't supposed to do with your God. And Daniel served his God 3 days. All right, and when the people that was plotting against Daniel, they told the king, and the king the king word is the king word. He made a decree. So no matter how much he messed with or he was with Daniel, he had to give him that punishment. All right, and the king had, he was this is what he said. He said it right here. He said, Thy God whom thou servest, continually he will deliver thee. So basically he had faith that Daniel would survive. He just had to do that because he broke a law in there. Okay, in this verse 17 it say, and a stone was brought and laid upon the mountain of the den, and the king sealed it with his own signet and with the signet of his lords, that the purpose might not be changed concerning Daniel. So basically, he was going to be locked in that den all night. Couldn't nobody move that stone because it had the king's signet on it, his sign, basically. Like, don't touch this area. Okay, and then it say verse 18. Then the king went to his palace and passed the night fasting, neither were instruments of music brought before him, and his sleep went from him. Then the king arose very early in the morning and went in haste unto the den of lions. Basically, not the Lord, I keep saying that for some reason. The king of the Median Persian Empire, he basically was kind of worried about Daniel. He's fasting. He didn't get no sleep. He woke up extra early to go to the lion's den because he wanted to see if Daniel survived, basically. And it say, verse 20, and when he came to the den, he cried with a lamentable voice unto Daniel, and the king spake and said to Daniel, O Daniel, servant of the living God, is thy God, whom thou servest, continually able to deliver thee from the lions? And he basically asked, he cried, he not cried out, he basically like yelled into the den like, Daniel, is you alive? Did the God you pray to, did he keep you alive in there? Or were you devoured by the lions? Basically what he was asking. And then this happened. It say, Verse 21, then said Daniel unto the king, O king, live forever. So basically, he let him know, like, I'm still alive in here. I spent the whole night in a lion's den with lions. You know, I'm going to keep reading too. Hold on. It's a little bit more right here. Verse 22, my God have sent his angel and have shut the lions' mouths, that they have not hurt me, for as much as before him in innocency was found in me, and also before thee, O king, have I done no hurt. So basically, you gotta actually imagine this story, all right? You got these people plotting against Daniel, who's a prophet of the Lord. Okay, and it talk about how it wasn't nothing wrong with him. And I'm gonna grab that right here. This Daniel was basically a cool dude. He was a righteous man. It say this it right here. It say this Daniel chapter 6 verse 4. Then the presidents and the princes sought to find occasion against Daniel concerning the kingdom, but they could not find no occasion nor fault, for as much as he was faithful, neither was there any error or fault found in him. You know, Daniel was real faithful, and there was nothing. I ain't gonna say he was a perfect man and he didn't sin, but they said they couldn't find nothing wrong with him. You know, and that would just go to show you that Daniel had faith. He was a faithful man. People was plotting against him. He got thrown in the lion's den. It ain't like he ran off or took off or anything. He walked into the lion's den. He had faith that the Lord was gonna save him. All right, and I'm gonna grab this. That was just an example of faith that you gotta have out here. You don't know. In these times we come into, you don't know what can happen to you. You could be tied up in sewers. You could be the martial law troops got you, pinned you down. You know, and you could come out of these things. Nothing, nothing might happen to you. Of course, we got those martyrs, people that do got to die for the truth, but some people also got to survive through these things. They got to pull off. The scriptures say that Yahweh Shah said himself that we're gonna do better miracles than him. So somebody got to do these miracles, and you got to be in a position. Something bad got to be going on around you for you to do a miracle. It ain't like it's gonna be a wonderful time to take us trouble and somebody just start flying. No, it's gonna be it might be, but it's gonna be a time when you gotta take off, or when you just gotta escape, and the Lord gonna show a miracle, but you gotta have faith. And that's why I'm gonna grab this Hebrews chapter 11 verse 1. Now faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. All right, so you can't physically see, feel, hear, or see faith. You gotta you in your spirit you feel it, but you can't physically with your eyes see faith. Like there's no purple block, and you be like, oh, that's faith right there. That's not how faith works. Okay. But like I said, faith is everything. I'm gonna keep reading on this chapter 2. Matter of fact, it say, for by it the elders obtain a good report. Through faith we understand the worlds were framed by the word of Yahweh, so that the things which are seen were not made of things which do appear. By faith Abel offered unto Yahweh a more excellent sacrifice than Cain, by which he obtained witness that he was righteous, Yahweh testifying of his gifts, and by it being dead yet speaketh. By faith Enoch was translated that he should not see death, and was not found, because Yahweh had translated him. For before his translation he had this testimony, and he pleased Yahweh. But without faith it is impossible to please him, for he that cometh to Yahweh must believe that he is, and that he is a rewarder of them that diligently seek him. Alright, so without faith, it ain't nothing. You ain't nothing. You could put up all the videos in the world. You could do all the reading you want. You could stand outside on the highways and byways for 30 years plus. If you ain't got faith, you doing it in vain. Okay? I'm gonna read a couple more on here. This Hebrews 11 and Hebrews chapter 11 verse 7. By faith Noah, being warned of Yahweh of these things not seen as yet, moved with fear, prepared an ark to the saving of his house, by the which he condemned the world and became heir of the righteousness which is by faith. All right, Noah did what he did by faith. It had never rained before, so Noah had faith. If you know a story, I'm talking about Noah and the ark. Noah had faith that that water was gonna fall from the sky. That was unheard of at the time. That was all faith that he had. Verse 8. By faith Abraham, when he was called to go out into a place which he should after receive for an inheritance, obeyed, and he went out not knowing whether he went. By faith he sojourned in the land of promise, as in a strange country, dwelling in tabernacles with Isaac and Jacob, the heirs with him of the same promise. For he looked for a city which had foundations, whose builder and maker is Yahweh. Through faith also Sarah herself received strength to conceive seed, and was delivered of a child when she was past age, because she judged him faithful who had promised. All right, so by faith, Sarah had a child even though she was past the age of her flower. I mean, not the past. She couldn't have kids. She was past that age of. It's a certain age where a woman can have kids, and she was past that age, but she still had a child by faith because she had faith. All right, and that's basically what I wanted to grab out of Hebrews. Basically, faith is everything. When you look at all these great stories in the Bible, all those stories, they got faith in them. Like it say, verse 11, Hebrews chapter 11 and 6, but without faith it is impossible to please him, for he that cometh to Yahweh must believe that he is, and that he is a rewarder of them that diligently seek him. All right, so without faith you can't please the Lord. It don't. If you don't truly have faith, it ain't no point. Like I was just saying, with all those great stories, all these people had faith. Sarah had faith she could have a kid. Noah had faith that water was gonna fall from the sky. Samson had faith that he was gonna take out them 100 Philistines, I believe. In Judges the 19th chapter, 19, 20, and 21, they had faith that they was gonna overcome the Benjamites. And every great story, faith is somewhere in there. And that's what I'm getting at, because we coming into these times of Jacob's trouble. All right, and it ain't about to be no joke out here. You're gonna really need faith. That's why it's good to build yourself up now. Fasting, praying, working, videos, reading. Those are things that help you with your faith. When you read these stories, you get to thinking like, well, this happened so many times, and it builds your faith up. You gotta have faith in faith, because we can't physically see or hear or make faith. You gotta have so much faith. You gotta have faith that the Lord bless you with the gift of faith. All right. Now I'm gonna grab this. Like I said, we come into that time of Jacob's trouble where it's gonna be all hell, like a time that has never been seen on earth. All right, you're gonna have people dying left and right, and the faith is the only thing we gonna have. And it's just a scripture I want to bring out. This is Mark chapter 9 verse 1, and he said unto them, verily I say unto you, that there be some of them that stand here which shall not taste of death till they have seen the kingdom of Yahweh come with power. All right, so it's people that's not gonna die in this lifetime. We gonna get delivered through those chariots. All right, because we coming into that time. Like I said, I'm gonna keep saying it. We coming into that time of Jacob's trouble, where it's gonna be pestilences, lack of famine, the famine of the word, famine of bread. You're gonna have Esau coming down as a great flood. You know, Edomites everywhere. It's gonna be all out chaos, and you gotta have faith that you good. You know, it might be spirits walking around, demons. You might have murderers. Everybody then broke out of the jail systems, and you gotta have faith. All right. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna just grab this real quick. This is Matthew's. Bear with me for a second. All right, this is Matthew chapter 24, verse 27. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places, and these are the beginning of sorrows. Then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted, that they shall kill you, and ye shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake, and they shall and then shall many be offended and betray one another, and shall hate one another, and many false prophets shall rise and shall deceive many, and because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. But he that shall endure until the end, the same shall be saved. Okay? Basically, what I was getting at is all them things that's finna be going on. You gotta have faith through all this. You're gonna have false prophets coming up against you. You're gonna have the love of many shall wax cold because of iniquity abound. So your family might turn on you. You know, you got nation rising up against nation. We're gonna have these race wars. You gotta have faith that you can survive that. That's gonna be a real war. People shooting each other down, robbing each other's houses like it ain't nothing. And you gotta have faith. Okay, without faith, you ain't gonna be able to survive these things. But I'm hoping this was edifying. I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushai, Bahasham, Rakal Kadash, giving double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings to those pushing truth and sincerity, and abide Babal.